Hi, thank you for checking out Her Divine Light. I really do appreciate everybody who has liked, commented, subscribed, everything. So I just had to make a really quick video after one of my earth angels had sent me information about, oh my gosh, what's happening to people on YouTube. Now, one, I do believe energetic shifts do just, move our world through just each day to day. And sometimes you do get tired. You do need to take a step back. Okay, that's fine. However, when it becomes a situation where people continue to, instill fear into the hearts of those who genuinely care, that's when, I'm all about the people and I'm all about the light. That's just when I have to step in and say, hey, this is who I am. And, I'm applying my intuitive gifts to these videos. So just a quick little, oh, that's me, guys. All right. Now, this is before I even knew how to film details, but you should check out this video that I have posted, and it just tells you that I'm sharing insight. Oh, here we go. I only share the facts of what I see, and I allow my viewers through their own free will to discern what information resonates. If you have any negative thing to share, just remember that what you project into the universe is what you'll get back. I don't mind if you comment on the quality. However, in order for you to determine, you don't know me. Basically, you don't know me. So you can't be too sassy about me, okay? So what led me to this YouTube life, and I'm not like going off of this edge right now on a rant. I'm just super energetically pumped. Like, it's crazy, and I'm really, really excited. So I have to tell you, this is what originally led me on this path, is my spiritual connection to the universe. This is a photo that I took a couple of months ago before I really started to put a lot of the surveillance footage out there. But I saw this light. This is not edited. I have way better things to do, guys, just like you. But I took a picture of this. I saw this, and this is like a video of my video, okay? It gets confusing. Oh, she's an awesome reader, too. She is very insightful. But, okay, I'm going to put a link for my tarot playlist in the comments, but I don't even know if I mentioned this, but the Candace Star video about this woman named Sherry. So, my Earth Angel sent me some info, and thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Okay, so I truly believe, now I'm just scrolling through, I'm not going to click through it. I like to try to keep my energy pretty light here, but if you really do want to just get an idea of who this person, what their channel, who they even named their name, their YouTube channel after. It's a YouTube channel. Who knows if that's her real name, all right? But anyways, it's like, this is the type of stuff that, I'm sorry, the man confuses us with. And I'm only making this video because I feel that... Everyone, thank you for checking out Her Divine Light. I just had to start from this high up. I pulled a couple cards, and because the spread got so big, oh, here's a couple more. Because the spread got so big, I just wanted to like show you a little overview of it, and then I will, okay, now this is going to get annoying. Well, maybe not. But, yeah, I just wanted to show you, because like these cards can get super deep, and you just got to start pulling and seeing what the universe wants to give you. So anyways, I really love the imagery on it. Surprisingly enough, I did get some major kind of like heavy hitters. They're called the Major Arcana cards, which they always hold like the most weight in the tarot. And the first card that I pulled out, and this would be for Kenneka from this deck, was Justice. I mean, what else can we say? Justice for Kenneka. I mean, come on, sister. She is really just asking for us to help. So what I just love with this justice is it's all about, we're reaching up for justice. We're reaching up to get clarification. Right now, we don't have it in our hand, but we're on that loop. We're in that cycle, whether it be the cycle of growth because of all the information that's come out, or the fact that all this information that's come out that is just so inconsistent is finally being woven. And it's breaking through, it's like breaking through society and just how the man just kind of gets us down sometimes,
Yeah, so I thought that was awesome.
We the
to have
motherfucking
justice
people.
as the first one for Kenneka.
We
Now,
are the motherfucking people.
Currently, Miss
Thank
Irene,
you so much
if you've
for
been
watching.
checking it out,
Sorry, the universe wanted
so I
me
thought
to
that was awesome
keep
to
on
have
rolling
justice
for
as
you.
the first one for Kenneka. Now, currently, Miss Irene, if you've been checking it out, Irene, honestly, I think she's been getting kind of bored with not being on social media, and being on social media only getting like negativity sent her way. I think she's just like wanting attention but just over it in a way. But she got the Hanged Man, and for me on this Hangman card, you know, I see two things. I always see somebody that is it's almost in that kind of dreamlike, it's like that balance between reality and fantasy. And in this image, you know, it's not that this person is completely underwater and submerged, but I do think that with the kind of nibbling of the piranhas that she's experiencing, that her energy, she still has some buoyancy, you know, she's still like moving through the grooves and everything, but I do think she's slowly just kind of falling underwater herself, you know, just really being torn up about, you know, what should I do? You know, do I, it's like she's a hanged person because she does go back and forth quite often with what her, you know, she's doesn't know Kenneka one day, and then the next day they've known each other for so long and they're friends, and then the next day it's like, oh, you know, she's just a person. It's just weird. She's very, very, it's like pick your flavor today, Irene. And I do think it's just because they are seeking that social media attention. And I do believe that was an issue that happened before, you know, the murder went down. It's just kind of a part of, it seems like a part of all of their world. But just to touch base on the meaning behind this card from this book, a man hangs suspended in the ocean, mad-eyed piranhas descending on his flesh. Unperturbed or unaware of the danger, the man gazes motionless above the water to the stars. He exudes the serenity of a martyr in his final moments. Society would have you believe the idea that active mastery of your environment leads to greater fulfillment. No doubt in many ways this is true, but when your life has transgressed beyond your control through your own doing or the random unhappiness of fate, sometimes the best thing you can do is to surrender. Choose not to react. Just focus on what you've gained through your suffering, which I think is exactly kind of like where she's teetering right now. She's just, you know, in a way, I think that she knows that she kind of messed up with that video, and the video gave out a lot more than what was intended. And, you know, I'm sure she's looking over her shoulder these days, just, you know, just being careful. Because, I mean, it's one thing to go do it, but even the thought of, like, she could, I'm sure people are like, oh no, Alright, so for the Princess of Cups, who was Monifa, what we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. And now why this one's like perfect for her is because she honestly has been, so much focus had been on her initially. And then it kind of veered away more towards Irene because of her video. But then as we saw that, you know, here's Monifa in the background. Here's Monifa, not really in the cup video, but here she was letting Irene use her own Facebook Live, like to videotape something. It's almost like she's just always trying to fit in. And right now I think that she's trying to evaluate, you know, who can she trust too? Because I'm sure, just like Irene, you know, she has a story that she could tell. And I think because, again, the focus is not necessarily staying on her. She, if anybody, it seems like she's making like the biggest attempt to try and like get the attention going back to her. So I think she is the Wheel of Fortune because she's the one who has ties between kind of both storylines. you know, as far as the possibility of her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, you know, being the one pushing Kenneka, or even having to do with her death, or just being that shady friend who kind of orchestrated it all up. Because when I watched the video, I did see the fact of when a big group of guys were walking into the hotel lobby, there was a point where Monifa and one of the guys in like a gray hoodie walked towards each other, and she made a motion like, turn around. And he turned around and like walked in front of her essentially. So that kind of made me feel like, dang, who are you? What are you doing in this? And then there was also a part of the video where she's like covering her hand up when she's trying to open a door, which nobody knows where this mystical door goes to. So I just think that she's a Wheel of Fortune, because not only does she know a lot, but she knows so much about other people. Like her and Irene, you know, Irene's the one who kind of threw it away because she had the glasses on. And I mean, thank God for those damn glasses. I hate reflective glasses, by the way, but thank God for those glasses that day. And Monifa, I mean, she honestly is like, this is, okay, this card, what I love is it's just like entangled. It's a person who's entangled. This battle of like light and dark, this battle of freedom, of liberation, but then also being contained. And really, let's say that she was like this little goose or whatever, or swan. I mean, the beauty can't even be seen because there's just so much, you know, like that negativity just surrounding her. Like almost in a way, she's probably the easiest one to be manipulated as far as keeping her mouth shut. You know, I just think that she may even have more to lose because she may be getting something from, you know, her ex-boyfriend's side, and then maybe getting something from, you know, Ty's side and Tanasia. You know, she's just a toss-up. She is a Wheel of Fortune. Like, you just really do not know where to go with her. Yeah, it's like the accumulation of everything that's in it. Yeah, made up of everything you've ever known. Alright, so I'll speed up here. Alright, so the next one that we have for Miss Teresa Martin, now this is a tower. And, you know, people see the tower in two different ways. Some people see it as good, some people see it as bad in the tarot. Now, for myself with this card, I feel like with Teresa, because she was originally, it's hard to know what way she's going in the story, because in listening to the 911 call of Kenneka, she was so adamant on, she's the one who made it known that she was undergoing breast cancer. And, you know, my mom, she's a survivor as well, so I'm not trying to discredit that. I do know how hard it can be for families. But on a 911 call, when my daughter is missing, I do not know if that's the first point I would be stating. So she was the one who had to mention, you know, she's taking medication for her breast cancer, and that's why Kenneka knew better than to stay out late. You know, she points out the fact that it's not like her daughter to be out or whatever. However, you know, with that same thought, you know, I'm only an auntie, and if I can't find my niece, if I can't find my cat, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, have you seen my cat? Like, I'm calling people's friends. Like, you have to make sure that people are okay. And, you know, when she was calling the police, she just did not sound like, oh my God, my daughter is missing and it's not like her, she should be home. It was more so almost making the call with certain information, so there is a point of empathy automatically. You know, she mentions the fact that Kenneka can't really hold her liquor. When she originally calls, she said something along the lines of, she called the hotel something different than the officer. I believe she said Crown Plaza O'Hare, and then the officer replied with, do you mean the Crown Plaza Rosemont? Or Rosemount. So we have a city like that where I live. So Rosemont, I don't know, but you know this. So then when okay, so for Miss Martin, what we pulled is the Tower. Now, what I find so fitting about the Tower is she's honestly a new piece in this puzzle, where initially, yes, she was fighting for justice, and I do believe she still is fighting for justice. However, after seeing some recent information and just kind of setting my own opinion of the woman from seeing her actions, I do feel that she definitely had a motive in this story. I know that when she made that 911 call, I really found it quite amazing that she was so adamant on having those videotapes checked. It was somewhat odd to me because, you know, the officer is saying, give it some time, your daughter's 19, you know, check back in the morning, and she was just like, well, in the morning, will they still be able to see the videos? So in 24 hours, if I call back, will they still be able to watch the video films from yesterday for the full day? And it just seemed, I mean, I guess that is a cause of concern, but I guess at the time of my daughter missing, and if it was so unlike her, I would have already been at the hotel. I would have been like, going around trying to listen to a party, trying to, you know, tell the officer, like, no, my daughter does not drink. No, my daughter is always home by 11:05 and it's 2:35, you know, regardless of her age, something along that line. And she just did not have that in her voice. And also when she saw Teresa's body, honestly, you would not have, for the urgency she expressed in wanting to find her on those calls, her reaction when she saw her, it was completely opposite of what I would have imagined. And I do understand the principle is shock, but there's just something off about it. And I think like that's why she's the Tower moment. If her actions could be clarified, and if she was able to provide more insight on not only her role, but maybe even like the hotel's role, maybe they did pay off, maybe they did, I feel like there's something more to her. And I think that once that piece gets found out, this story really is going to start crumbling. And that's why I think just with it, you know, it's not a full, it's like the brink. It's that brink of jumping in and just saying, here's everything. This is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so wait, my camera's gonna die, so let me go for him. For the King of Wands guy, Carl, I think, I got the Devil. So how fucked up is that, alright? For Tanasia, Little Miss Princess of Wands, I got the Six of Pentacles, and in this card, you can see it's like a pair of two, like let's meet in the middle. So I think that's definitely why it's just all about family. They were all wearing red. For the King of Cups, crazy enough, I got the King of Wands, which when I thought about it, the Queen of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Queen of Wands, and in this deck we have the King of Wands, so that whole relation between, you know, here's his mother and that's his stepfather. The cards don't lie. And this magical King of Pentacles, still trying to figure out who this is. Now this card, this is a Hierophant, and in this card, it's the Hierophant on here. I mean, he has a little bit of everything in here. So I just think like this is somebody who's overseeing all of it, whether it's from the hotel, whether it's from the police, somebody who's like really shelling out money to keep a lot of people quiet is just orchestrating this all. And it's just trying to figure out who this King of Pentacles is. You know, there's some speculation, but it's just the reality of like, hey, we need to get it together. I was trying to find the explanation for that, but I can't find it, so maybe that's a sign. I'll catch up the next reading. Oh, and then there's this weird security dude in the video. Now he's the Hermit, because he's quiet and weird and all over this. So as you can see, people, this story is just getting juicy. But in the end, our main goal, and now even the cards are telling me, just like the last video, here we go, justice is needed for this Princess of Swords. So, end section. now I'm caught up, and the next stuff will be all new information. So we'll all be on the same page. So thanks for watching. Bye!